Namaste, good morning. I'm Kaushik. We're meeting for the first time, but I hope not the last. I tried recording a video yesterday evening as well, but it didn't work out. The audio was not working. So I thought, why not retry in the morning again and see if we can introduce ourselves. So I always wanted to start vlogging for a certain time, but never really had the opportunity to do so. And I thought, why not somehow after graduation and everything finally start doing something that I really enjoy. So here we are. You would ask me why would I suddenly start vlogging for no reason, but I wanted to keep an account of the day, but also sort of share my experiences, my journey, my interests, my conversations with you all, and hopefully gain some listeners who would like listening to what I believe in, what I like talking about, and what I like thinking. Of course, you wouldn't really say that everybody would have the same interests as I do, but I definitely hope that some of you could at least gain some amount of conversation here. Of course, we have not really done this before, so if I make any mistakes or if I need some time to adjust and get better at doing what I'm doing, I hope all of you allow me that small amount of time. But more or less, today, what I really wanted to do was come around, introduce myself, speak a bit about what you can expect from us over the next couple of weeks, next couple of years. Hopefully, I do this regularly. I do intend to keep vlogging on a daily basis. But sometimes you can't really figure out how things go. Of course, I don't really think that Moto-Vlogs will be the only thing that we'll be doing, but it definitely will need some more time for me to set up the other things as well. But you can expect a lot of different things from my channel. You could expect a lot of conversations, a lot of different aspects about my life, my work. And you would then ask, what do I do? Well, I am a law graduate, but I'm not really practicing law right now. I'm more inclined towards teaching, research, and doing my own thing. So that has led me to a lot of different curious, knowledge seeking episodes, as I might recall, in which I often sort of have value added to myself through, say, YouTube or potentially through other channels like discussing with people, and I hope to bring those sort of information to you, be it from marketing, be it from law, be it from research, be it from writing, be it from teaching. And I hope that's a bit engaging to all of you as well. So you would also be wondering, where are you looking out at right now from the camera lens, right? So we are in Bhubaneswar. I've been based here for the last 8 odd years. I was born here. This is my hometown. My family has settled here now. But of course, since my dad had a transferable job, we have been all over the place. So it's been a heck of a roller coaster ride, going in and around different places, different regions, learning a lot about different cultures, different people. That has also shaped a lot about me, changed a lot of me in terms of the educational experiences I've had, in terms of the interactions I can do, in terms of the beliefs that I hold. But of course, you have this environment that you grow up in, so you have all of that sort of come up to your life, but you don't really know how that will pan out in the future, right? But you can hope that it certainly helps you a bit over a long period of time regarding what you believe in, what you do, how you are giving back to people. But yeah, you could see the boundary wall to the left, this green one. This is what we would refer to as the OU80 fields. They practice agriculture and different techniques here. Beyond that boundary, in a bit of a distance, is the airport. This used to be one of my favorite viewing spots for airplanes. I'm a big av geek as well. I used to also like watching planes come down, but since they walled that place up, it's not really that visible anymore. The runway is not that clear, but you can still see planes come up overhead. It's just that you don't see them land that well anymore, and you can't really photograph or say take videos in that region. Regardless, you do learn to enjoy what you have. So probably you will see me in other spots. There's one spot beside where you have towards the right when you go towards the highway. There are a couple of spots where you can really see the aircraft up close when it's coming into land. And that's a really fun thing to look at as well. If you want to know more about what I like, I probably could tell you that I do like watching football a lot. Suffered through the years as a Man United fan, still suffering, will continue to suffer for the foreseeable future, but oh well. Do like drawing, reading. Haven't read in a while, regrettably, because of work and other commitments. But I like writing as well. You can find some of my writings over in different places. That's more or less what I enjoy doing and what I do. We are right now, I believe, in Jagmohan Nagar, near Jagamara. We are heading towards a bit of a ride, which I like taking a lot. The road's very serene, street tops, and a lot of other things that are there. So I really enjoy riding along that road. So it's been a favorite of mine to come here and spend some time here whenever I can and take the bike out. You would of course see that I haven't ridden this one for a long time. If you would ask me how long I have been riding for, it's not been that long. I have had experience riding two wheelers before, but not really motorcycles. Motorcycles are something that I came into in January this year. This is my first bike. And if you are curious as to what I am riding right now, it's the Java 42 Bobber in chrome, which the dealership really loves to refer to as the Black Mirror. But I have a thing for cruisers. It's not like I don't like sports bike or anything, but I particularly prefer cruisers and a lot of other different styles of vehicles with larger wheelbases in the two-wheeler front. Um, this one is a bobber, so it's a single-seater, no pillion. It's really entertaining for me to just take this out in a while and ride along a bit. But of course, it's not always possible, so that's why the less amount of mileage that you see on this vehicle. Let's just take you along a bit to an empty piece of the road where there's not so much of traffic. So this is where I like riding a lot. Really pristine tree cover. One thing that is really enjoyable about Bhubaneswar is that you find a lot of different trees like this, and it's easier for you to sort of have that conversation around doing things. You did see the lady turn, right? So they take a U-turn and they completely cut across the road and they blindside you sometimes. I didn't really see her come in from the front of the car, but it's pretty natural that happens. In India, you learn to be very careful when riding, so please ride safe, wear proper gears, be careful with your speed, and always be careful with how you are viewing the road and carefully looking at different people around the road as well around you. And use the number of blind spots that you have as much as possible, because traffic here doesn't really follow a lane procedure. They just come up from wherever and whenever. Next bit of road that we'll be going to is the stretch which I also like calling a bit of a twisty bender in Bhubaneswar. So since now we are approaching Pokhriput, we won't go straight. We'll rather turn left from that roundabout. It has a lot of winding roads right across the airport boundary, and there is a train track on the other side. So it's a really pleasant place for me to ride as well when you see the road twists and turns a bit. So it's very enjoyable when you come up in a two-wheeler. Of course, there are hill stations and other places that you can visit for that, but I never really have the opportunity to go out a lot more. These days, Puri and Konark are places I've taken this bike to. But apart from that, long distance touring hasn't really been a thing that I could have been doing a lot. Oh, I didn't realize that they're expanding this road though. It's pretty nice. It's a good connecting road, so once it's expanded, I'm pretty sure they'll maintain it better. There are, of course, a lot of potholes and narrower roads in India as well, so you have to be very careful while riding and discussing different things. That red boundary or the barbed fence that you can see on the left is the airport fence, and there's a railway line which will come up in a bit on the right. I'll let you know when we do reach that point. But yeah, there's a lot of little fields here. People play. Oh, horse. The modes of transportations that you will see across Indian roads. Ride safe. Be very careful when riding. This person in front of me is just honking at an empty road. I never understand these people, but oh well. On the right, you can see the pantographs, the rail line there with the wiring and everything. It's a bit below us. This road is a bit higher than the railway line. Nice little stretch, but of course, more and more people come to know of the roads, and it becomes much more important for you to conserve time. So the traveling and all increases, or the throughship increases on that road, so it becomes harder for you to sort of enjoy a road with a huge amount of crowd. But it's a good sign as well. Bhubaneswar has changed over the last couple of years. It wasn't this developed. It's changing rapidly. It's urbanizing to a large degree. It's expanding a lot. There's a metro line coming up soon. Hopefully, they've started the work at least in different spots. But yes, let's just refer to what you can expect from me probably in the next couple of days. I will definitely try to have a couple of vlogs done through riding. Not sure how enjoyable it would be for you all, but I'll definitely also sit in front of the camera and talk to you all soon when I reach home. I do have a couple of other content pieces in mind. If you want to experience Bhubaneswar and the surrounding regions, or you like listening to what we have to say, please feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, share your experiences of the city. Let me know where you're from, where you're tuning in from. Share with anybody who you think might be interested. Till next time, then, we'll meet soon. We'll talk about how I'm starting my journey content creating and how social media has changed, and what are the things that I had to think about carefully before starting with my YouTube journey as well. See you. We'll meet soon. Till next time, this is Kaushik signing out on the 10th of December.